in the league. Like, he is a damn good shooter now, which is horrifying because that was one of the flaws you could point out with him coming in as a prospect was, sure, he can shoot, but he's not a great shooter. No, he's a solid shooter now. He's a good shooter now. Like, since January 1st, he is shooting 38% from threes per cleaning the glass. Which excludes garbage time, which as a Spurs player, there's a lot of that. So, in general, shooting pretty well from three. The issue with his offensive game right now, because he's not a perfect player, right? I really love a lot of the things he does on offense. He has a good handle. He's good around the rim. But he also settles for far too many mid-range jumpers, and he's not good at shooting mids. Mid-range jumpers, he's shooting 40% on per cleaning the glass. He is 65 of 163 of them since January 1st. And that's not good. And also, when you're that big and can get to the rim with the ease he gets to the rim with, just get to the rim, man. Or create a better opportunity elsewhere. Because he has a high assist percentage, too. Like, he is top 10 in usage percentage because the Spurs are like, hey, Vic, here's the ball, you do you. Because who else are they going to give it to? Like, besides Devin Vassell, Trey Jones, who on that team is really a good ball handler, you know? So he has a assist percentage since January 1st of 23%. That is 92nd percentile for bigs, and that means that he is assisting on almost a quarter of his teammates' made shots. So he is scoring well in isolation. Per synergy, he is scoring 1.038 points per possession in isolation, which is very good. And he's just an absurd player, man. He's breaking basketball. He's going to change the league with how, like, this is his league in 2 years. In 2 years' time, this is his league. The Nuggets, Clippers, Thunder, Bucks, Celtics, they better get their chips in while they can, because soon Victor Wembanyama is going to be running the league. You could make the argument, like, he deserves Defensive Player of the Year this year. I don't think he does. It's Rudy Gobert's award. But, like, if his team was as good as the Timberwolves, you know, like, surrounding cast, not record-wise, he'd probably be Defensive Player of the Year. If he was on a team of a similar caliber, that's probably Defensive Player of the Year right there in his rookie season, because he's leading the league in blocks. He's I think top 10 in steals. He is absurd. Like, if you're looking at the highlights I'm showing you, he's getting so many blocks. He's getting so many steals because he takes up half the court. You stick out his hands, he sticks out his arms, that's half the court gone. What are you supposed to do against that? Drive around him? No, he's just going to follow you with his left hand and swat you at the rim. He made Alperen Şengün look like a toddler. He made Sabonis look like a toddler. These are all-star caliber players. Alpi is doing great stuff this season for Houston. Sabonis is having a very good season with Sacramento. He's been an all-star in the past. He should have been an all-star this year. And he's blocking them like they're 2-year-olds, and he's a camp counselor. He is changing the way that people have to think about defense and offense. He's bending the mind. Like, Chet Holmgren is great, man. Chet in any other year would be talked about as, like, the next best thing, because he is really good. He's really, really good. Like, Chet Holmgren is arguably already a top 35 player, which is absurd for a rookie, you know? Like, he is someone who also has a great impact on defense, also a very good shooter on offense, has very few flaws in his game, just like Vic. But also, Victor Wembanyama has come, so no one's talking about Chet, and, like, not rightfully so, people should still talk about Chet, but, like, Victor Wembanyama is the best rookie since LeBron. And I'd argue probably better than rookie LeBron, you know? Like, rookie LeBron was great. He was obviously a fantastic player. It still is a fantastic player. And I don't know if Vic will reach the heights that LeBron did during his prime. But rookie for rookie, tit for tat, I would probably take Vic. Specifically because of the defense stuff. You know, LeBron was a better playmaker. LeBron is probably a more reliable scorer. But also, Vic defensively is a game changer. He is going to be the most impactful defender in NBA history by the time it's all said and done, I think. Like, he has KG upside on defense. He has Hakeem Olajuwon upside on defense. He has, I could list off any number of defenders. He has that upside on defense. He has the potential to be the best defender of all time. He has the potential to be the greatest player of all time if he ends with, the rings that he should, if he ends with the MVPs that he should, if he's healthy. Because a lot of this will come down to health. But also, health has not been a bad thing for Vic so far. He played most of his games in France, leading up to him coming to the league. And besides the games that he's being rested because the Spurs want to take this seriously and have this guy around for a long time because he's 7'4", you want to be careful with him. And I don't blame them in the slightest for wanting to be careful with him. They should be careful with him. They should maintain his body as long as they can. And doing that right now, and guess what? He is, playing every game that he can, which is good. So if health keeps up like it is, he's going to be probably top 10 all time. Like, I think if he finishes outside the top 40 all time and is healthy, that's a disappointing career, which is an insane thing to say about a rookie. But also, Victor Wembanyama is insane. He's an alien. So, just ranting about Victor Wembanyama. More analytical stuff is like, he makes the defense way better because he actively deters people from the rim. He blocks jumpers. I don't need to tell you why he's good. Look at him. You can see why he's good. Watch with your own eyes, he is just that guy. I just wanted to rant about how good he is because, God, I am loving watching Victor Wembanyama. This is the most fun I've had watching a non-Nuggets player in like a couple of years. This is the most fun I've had watching someone not named Nikola Jokic or Jamal Murray in like quite some time. Because he is just changing the way that you have to think about basketball. He's changing the way you have to watch basketball. He's playing a different sport. This is not basketball like the way Steph Curry or small guards play it, or the way forwards play it. He is on a different stratosphere right now. Another thing he struggles with a little bit is screening. He doesn't make contact on a ton of his screens, so like when he rolls, he's a great lob threat, but sometimes he doesn't screen well enough to make up for the room that a guard needs to throw a lob. So like Trey Jones will get a screen from him, but then Trey Jones's defender just goes over because he didn't get caught by Victor at all, and that leaves Victor open for a lob, sure, but also Trey Jones doesn't have a window to pass it to, which, oftentimes he does have a window to pass it to because he's throwing it up to a 7'4" dude with an 8-foot wingspan, and Vic has potential to be like the best lob threat ever, instead of like AD or Blake Griffin or DeAndre Jordan. Those are the guys that he would need to overtake, but like he has the tools to do that. And not only does he have the potential to be the best like roll man ever, but also like once he figures out how to screen, man, that's gonna be the next like jump for him as far as offense goes, I think, because he's going to make jumps as a shooter, as a isolation creator. But I think the next logical step, like what it will come next, is the screening, because that's not something that is too difficult to grasp, I don't think. Like, I think in the offseason, the Spurs will be able to train him to really, like, hey, set your feet, like, set a pick, stand your ground, and then roll, And I think he will get better at doing that, which will lead to better alley-oops, lead to better rolls, and he's already great at that. He's already fantastic. He's already creating a lot of opportunities out of that, and while that is a flaw right now, it's just an area of improvement. Like, I don't think there's any flaw in his game that can't be fixed with development. I don't think there's any flaw like the Thompson twins. Love the Thompson twins, but their jumpers, I would be shocked if they ever became league average shooters, That's a flaw that I don't think is too fixable in their game. I don't think Vic has any of those flaws where it's unfixable. So yeah, just wanted to rant a little. If you guys like these rants, I can put these out more often than analytical stuff. I can also do film breakdowns. I'm going to do some some of those, but those take longer to edit. They take more effort to, research for. So if you guys like this stuff, I can pump these out, a few times a week minimum. But yeah, if you liked it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment. I've really appreciated the support lately. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.